What's good, YouTube? Jay Lee here with another Northwest podcast, talking some shit about Mr. Kanye West. He's in the news again. I follow a guy named Elliot Hulse. Sometimes I've liked his content, sometimes I haven't. Sometimes he promotes things which I think are borderline, kind of toxic masculinity, if I can use a feminist term. But I do follow him sometimes, and I like his stuff on occasion. And here's one where this is an interesting one. I've been a Christian in the past. I was born again in like 2002 or 3 or something like that. Or I came to God. I don't know when exactly I got born again, but I came to God 2002, 2003. Had a roller coaster ride of a Christian life. A lot of ups and downs. Failed a lot. And suffered a lot and all kinds of different things that'll just take way too long to talk about. But Mr. Kanye West is in the news again. Obviously, everybody knows he married Kim Kardashian, and recently Kanye has been going on a spree of preaching and gospel albums. I guess he just released a gospel album. He's been doing a lot of like gospel choir stuff, which is cool. Like that's been Baptist, which is synonymous with black worship, black church, things like that. And white people as well. But gospel music in and of itself, it has a long history in African American culture. It has a long history in human culture, but since Christ died or whatever. But Kanye, nevertheless, has been on a spree of doing a lot of gospel stuff. Now, I'm probably going to talk some shit about Kanye, but he's so easy to talk shit about. So maybe I should take the higher road and just be like, look, he's trying to turn his life around. And he's graduating from... I mean, I suppose he's done gospel stuff in the past, or he's done Christian music in the past, such as Jesus Walks, and that's all I know. But I think he's done a few other songs probably. But he's alluded to the fact that he's a Christian and things like that. Now, a lot of people speculate about him being in the Illuminati. Maybe his mom was a sacrifice, all kinds of crazy shit like that. All I really know is Kanye is somebody that haven't really followed a lot, but what I have followed of him, I've never really been a fan too much of his music, although I thought 808s and Heartbreak was amazing. But what I have followed of him has been a lot of ego, right? He's very, very egotistical. And something in the Bible, there's a Bible verse that says pride goes before a fall. And that's something that I've always, looked at. And I've come, particularly recently, into intimate understanding of what that means. A man's pride and the human pride is very, very delicate. It's very, very... human pride is one of the biggest killers, I'd say, and one of the hardest things to deal with, the pride and the ego. But anyway, I don't want to get too spiritual about it, but I just want to read what Elliot Hulse says, and then I want to show you guys the video, and then I want to talk about the video. So basically, this is just a commentary on all this, right? So Elliot Hulse says, "I love where this man is going, a return to traditional values and virtue, down with a degenerate culture. Pray for Kanye West and his family. When a man starts seeking God, the enemy will try to use everything around him to discourage him and make him give up and turn back. Some of you might think this is a joke, but I see souls. I am literally praying for Kanye West's soul every day. If you think that is funny or a joke or I'm doing too much, just remember Jesus would leave the 99 for the one." So he's kind of taking what happened with Kanye and turning it into his own little spiel. This guy, Elliot Hulse, he does a lot of internet marketing, and even I see ego in this guy's post. So I'm praying for him, and look at me praying for Kanye West, and I'm just like Jesus. He equates himself to Jesus, like Jesus would leave the 99. So he's trying to say, I'm going to be different, and I'm going to pull a different kind of thing. Elliot Hulse, he's all right. He's not like so, what's the word I'm looking for? He's not like so like I can't stand him or you know whatever, like some of these quote unquote social media influencers. But he does have a lot of social media influencer vibe about him, and so does Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. So I could see where he's coming from in this video, where he's, or you know, in this post where he's saying I'm praying for Kanye. So he's basically saying like, you know, I support Kanye West's transformation as a Christian. I support Kanye West's, you know, I support traditional values. Apparently Elliot Hulse is a married man and blah, 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 right? Okay, so what's the point here? Well, let's just watch the video. Then let me get into it. Let me talk about it. Oops, I don't want to share that. Hold on, let me turn the volume up here. So Kim Kardashian, obviously everybody knows her past. She basically got famous for hanging out with Paris Hilton. And she's basically a rapper hoe, meaning she's kind of like Iggy. Actually, Iggy Azalea is a rapper. Who am I thinking of? The other girl that Kanye was with, the girl who had she has a kid with Wiz Khalifa. I forget her name, but she's famous too, and for nothing else besides being just a rapper hoe, a hoe that is in music videos, in rappers' music videos, and sleeping her. And really, all she is hotter than the rest of the women on the planet. That's all she is. Amber Rose, that's what I'm thinking of. All she does is thought around. And Kim Kardashian is really no better. It's just that she might have some claim to fame with her mom marrying the famous OJ lawyer or whatever, Shapiro. And then I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know if he died or if they divorced, and then she married Bruce Jenner, her mom. And so it's everybody knows the story, and they're pretty much you know, America's favorite, most famous hoes. And anyway, so obviously that's the background of this, and Kanye West has married her, which was an unprecedented move for somebody. And I always thought like that's crazy because she is like the definition of evil, and like I've heard she's into witchcraft, and you can break down some of her videos, some videos and pictures of her that is super Illuminati'd out. There's breakdowns of YouTube on it, and I don't want to get into that rabbit hole. But anyway, she's basically somebody who like would not be Christian. She's Armenian. She's a hoe. Of course, anybody can become a Christian. Anybody can change their ways and things like that. But obviously, she's not. I mean, she made a lifestyle on being a hoe, and in my personal opinion, she influenced a lot of young girls in my era. When I was coming up in my 20s, 10 years ago, Kim Kardashian's, you know, rise to fame in 2006 or 7, whenever that Ray J sex tape video dropped and came out, she became incredibly popular because of that, and because she would hang out with Paris Hilton. That was back when Paris Hilton was super popular, and these rich playgirl, young, slutty, dumbass bitches was like the rage, and everybody thought that was cool for some reason, and Kim probably exploited it and turned it into hundreds of millions of dollars, however much she's worth at this point. She rode in on that wave, and then in 2015, 16 or whatever, Kanye West married her. Which is fucking hilarious. But anyway, so now obviously 3 years later, when he's on a Jesus trip and he's putting out gospel albums and choir albums, obviously he's fucking having a problem with her being a slut, and this is what she did. This is what she does. This is who she is. A slut is a slut is a slut. And that's just all there is to it. Now, if she turns her life to God and she stops, you know, having her tits out in all her posts and does something with her ass, and I mean, first of all, when you look at this video, this girl has no makeup on, and she looks like a 6 without makeup on. Okay, she looks like your average. I mean, she probably looks good for her age. I think she's like 35. She probably looks about 29. So that's cool that she's taking care of herself. But that's the least you could do with all that money you have, right? So she knows what her worth is in the world, which is physical. So, but you know, if you look at this video, she doesn't have any makeup on. So this is what she really looks like, right? All right, so without further ado, 10 minutes into this little vlog I'm doing, here's the video.
Why is that giving you anxiety?
Because you last night I was having really bad anxiety and I don't need any more negative energy for you to now say that you're not into me wearing a tight
You
dress.
are my wife, and it affects me when pictures are too sexy.
You built me up to be this like sexy person and confidence and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But just because you're on a journey and you're on your transformation doesn't mean that I'm in the same spot with you. So.
Okay, all right, so, all right.
He just straight up walks out. So I gotta show this again. Look at him walk out. That's gonna be a meme for days. People are gonna meme the fuck out of that. Oh wait, it's not done. Sorry.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Right. So he's saying, I don't want you putting those half naked, scantily clad pictures out there anymore. And that's basically who she is. It's her job. It's like what she means to the world. People follow her because she is quote unquote sexy. Although if you watch this video, when you see her without makeup, she's about a 6, man. She really is about a 6. And it's good that she takes care of herself and things like that. But she's not the hottest girl. And in fact, I think she was hotter before she got like facial surgery or something. She got her nose done and a bunch of other stuff. I think she was hotter before she had all that. Like she looked actually pretty exotic and unique. And then she got a nose job and all this shit. And she I don't think she looks as good as she used to, which sometimes happens. But that's just my opinion. But bottom line, this girl is a hoe, and it's what she's always been. And just because you get married doesn't mean that you're not necessarily a hoe. Even if you're not sleeping with other guys, even if you're not sleeping around, you've got that hoe gene. You've got those hoe habits. You've got those hoe tendencies, and that's who Kim Kardashian is. Now, obviously, I'm judging the fuck out of her, but at the same time, like, it is who she is. It's obvious. It's out there. That's how she got famous. That's how she makes her money. That's how she has popularity. People know her and follow her because she's so pretty and because she's like a regular girl and like all this dumb shit that people are so stupid. They're such sheep that they follow somebody like this. Now, this is interesting and intriguing because Kanye West is saying, wait a minute, you're my wife. I don't want you showing the world the goods. I don't want you out there hoeing. And basically, the point that's happening here is it's showing that Kanye West is getting cucked. He's getting cucked by a slut. He's getting cucked by feminism. He's a man who's saying, wait a minute, I want to go back to some traditional values. I believe in the Bible. I believe that you shouldn't be a hoe. I believe you shouldn't be advertising the goods, which are basically my goods, according to the Bible. The Bible says the wife belongs to the husband and the husband belongs to the wife. That means each entity, the husband and the wife, belong to each other, not anyone else. And that's why the Bible talks about when marriage happens, two people become one. But people in the West, people in America, they don't believe in marriage anymore. They don't believe in all those values, any of those traditional values anymore. People aren't even getting married. And a lot of men are walking away from marriage, going to MGTOW, taking the red pill because women are sluts. Women have fucked it up. Women have let themselves be used, have gotten STDs, have spread their legs for hundreds and dozens of guys from the time they're 16 to the time they're 30 when they finally hit the wall and decide, oh, okay, now I got baby rabies, now I need to have a baby. So this woman, who's a mother, is sitting here smirking and saying, oh, this is who I am. You built me up. And then she tried to turn it around and blame it on him. You built me up to be this bullshit. She built herself up. She marketed herself as a hoe. That's what made her famous.